Brian in Ohio, listening on 870 AM. Brian, you are on with Chris Stefanick. What's your question?
Hi, Chris. And
how's it going, Brian?
Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah,
Good. Hey, my concern is, can you hear me now?
We can, yes. Can you give Chris your question?
It's sort of along the line of some of the more recent callers where, modern Catholics seem to rely on institutions like CCD or Catholic schools, but they, we have the adults even now where they don't really know the faith and therefore they don't know Jesus. They more or less know, rituals and maybe some obligations, things like that. And, I learned my faith from my mother and my grandmother, as you talked about. But I have a hard time introducing Jesus even within my own married family and friends and things like that. Hopefully my question came along clearly.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
So you said they don't know the faith, therefore they don't know Jesus. I think very often it's the case that they don't know Jesus, therefore they don't really care about the faith, even if they kind of know it. And I think it's, again, this stuff, to be an effective evangelist, it has to just drip from who we are. We have to bring up the name of Jesus in conversation as if he's an intimate friend of ours. That doesn't mean we have to force things or be awkward. Frankly, a lot of us feel like we're forcing things when we're not bringing up his name, because he's always in our minds, always in our hearts. I would just encourage the average Catholic, stop repressing yourself. Just start being who you are. We were always who we were throughout Catholic history. I mean, I'm half Irish, right? The traditional greeting in Ireland was God and Mary be upon you, Dies Merguit, until maybe the 1950s, from the time of St. Patrick. I'm half Slovak. Bogvolení buď Jezus Christus, praise be Jesus Christ, is how you said hi. This is just dripped from our mouths, from our interactions. It was ingrained in us. It's still ingrained in us, but for that percentage of Catholics, I know we're kind of small, kind of a minority, who this is the most important thing in our lives. Can we please just be ourselves? Just stop hiding it. Just stop worrying about the response you're going to get to that constantly. Stop thinking you're going to offend people all the time, because, again, if you're yourself in a way that's joyful, that's not giving into frustrations of people who aren't as far along as you are, in a way that's just showing, I'm just in love with Jesus. He's my friend. If someone's having a hard day, it just comes right off the top of your head. I'm going to pray for you. Even if they don't believe, if they act offended to that, first of all, that's their issue, but second of all, you planted the thought about God into their hearts and mind, and they're not going to forget that, So with your family members, be patient, but just keep being yourself, man. And just keep saying the name of Jesus in casual conversation, in a way that's not forced, but just natural.